So we were so busy with the lookout just then that we completely misread the track and went in the wrong direction. We just had to stop here to show you this. How magnificent. Welcome back. We're Paul and Tan and we're escaping crowds travelling around Australia in our Troopy. This week we find another absolute gem of a camping spot up in the high country and take you along for the ride. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying our content. We'd love to hear from you as well. Enjoy! Morning guys. Whoop, just doing the window up so you can hear me. Alright, so here we are, next day, fresh start. Weather's been a bit rainy overnight, but not too bad because the tracks are not looking that bad this morning. So we're going to make a continue on with the track that we were on yesterday. We're heading, our goal is to get to the Upper Jamison Hut maybe tonight to camp, or maybe we'll go through, depending on how we're going with making time. There was a couple that were staying at the hut last night and they had come from this direction and they said it wasn't too bad, so it may be a little bit easier than yesterday, but we don't know. So anyway, we just saw a whole bunch of rabbits running around on the track and in the grass, and the wildflowers are beautiful up here. Like, I did not expect this, probably because it's cooler, but it's just yellow everywhere. So pretty. So we were so busy with the lookout just then that we completely misread the track and went in the wrong direction and got stuck. Well, we didn't get stuck, we had to turn around at this place that just looked like it was going nowhere. Thank goodness for the maps, and Google Maps is actually working at the moment because we've got a little bit of a signal, so that's a bit of a bonus because that's just saved us. We're heading in the right direction now. The weather's actually just changed, so from that lovely view to now it's raining. So yeah, changeable but fun. Is it fun? No. It's not fun. Okay, it's not fun, but it's changeable. currently 12 degrees. Paul and I sweating up a storm in the car just from the bouncing around, and Paul's trying to negotiate steering wheel and all that sort of stuff. But we have not seen one car on the tracks since we left. Where did we leave? Well, for a good half of yesterday, the second half of yesterday we have seen no one. The only people we've bumped into are those two that were staying at the campground where we were last night.
They'd come from the opposite direction.
They'd come from this direction, hadn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but it's unbelievable. There's nobody up here. We thought it would be so busy. But maybe people around here are just used to it and don't bother. We're like gobsmacked at it all, and here's some scenic view in the rain. Some might say we're crazy coming up here when it's raining, but hopefully it's not going to rain too much.
So it wasn't raining when we came up here?
No, it's only just started overnight. So, and the forecast is for some showers today, so sorry I was bouncing around. Yeah, all right, onward and upward. Not too much upward now. We're actually at the top. Just got to the top, or almost the viewing part of King Billy, which is another peak here, which is 1690 meters above sea level. Can't really see anything because we're in the cloud. We're actually that high up, but there's actually a alpine Australian Alps walking track that comes up here for those super keen hikers. There's little camps all the way up, and that's part of the reason that the huts are there as well for them to use. But there's a special track. It's not this track that they use. It's a special track. But yeah, we're pretty much at the top anyway. We're on the descent now. We've started the Brox Road trail, the Brox track, or whatever it's called, Brox Road, and I'll just show you what it looks like on Hammer Maps. It just looks like a bunch of jagged teeth. So there's a lot of sharp little bends, which we'll just have to take as we go. The turning circle on this car is not exactly small, so we're just slowly making our way down. The weather's cleared up, which is good, but we're in that sort of alpine-y kind of environment where the trees are there's just nothing of them. They're pretty sparse. Still beautiful though. Haven't seen much wildlife, hey?
No, just rabbits.
Yeah, loads of rabbits this morning and birds, but yeah, nothing else, which is kind of surprising. Oh, here we go, another turn in the road. So we don't know anything about this track. We've heard a couple of things. Oh, it's raining again. We've heard about a couple of other tracks around the area, but not this one. This one goes, I was going to say directly, but it's not direct at all. It's windy, but it takes us to our next camp spot tonight. So slowly and steadily we'll get there. But the scenery is, oh, it's just unbelievable. Some pretty jagged little corners. So far. It's not a bad downward run, is it? But we've got a long way to go of this. What has surprised us is the number of fallen trees on this track. It looks like the ranger just comes along and just chops pieces off them because they can't move them. They're so big. This one's like a telegraph pole. And that one, the one ahead across the track, looks like it's only a skinny one, but it looks like it's just balanced in another tree. Oh, it looks like at some stage there's been some bushfires through here. Oh, this road's almost normal again. Almost. Well, how beautiful. We just had to stop here to show you this. How magnificent. Hey, the great thing about this track is we haven't seen anybody, so we pretty much can stop where we want at the moment. But it's just beautiful, this part. Behind all this, there was like a flat grassy area. You could see it from a distance. It's just stunning. And on the other side, on the other side of the road, carnage. I think anything that's fallen's just been thrown over the edge. Wow, this is a beautiful drive, this one. Bit of a change from yesterday. Close encounter with a fallen tree. That was a fresh one too, hey? A bit more carnage out here. Must have been some wild winds through here at one point. So much firewood if you want it. So basically the ranger or whoever just chainsaws the tree off the track and leaves the massive logs for pretty much anyone that wants them. I mean, you'd have to chainsaw them up because they are huge. But at the campsite last night we had a fire going and a couple of the logs, well, some of the logs from there were chainsawed off trees, but fallen trees. So much wood around. So, thoughts about the high country?
Beautiful. I mean, yeah, you just don't know where to look because there's so much. It's just amazing country. You're not parts of it when you're on some of those tracks, and we haven't done like the hardest ones, but in reality we're probably not going to.
But we are noobs at it. Like, this is our first time.
Yeah. I think when you're travelling on your own and there's no one around, you tend to try to be a bit more conservative. But some of these tracks we've been on have been bloody horrible, to be honest. But,
very gnarly.
Yeah, but as long as you come out of there unscathed, no damage to the car, then you look back and you think, what a brilliant time it was.
Yeah, I know. I knew we would feel like this today.
Yeah, if something goes wrong, it's like I'm never going back there again. But look at it. I mean, it's just. Yeah.
There's nothing. There's
just amazing.
Nothing not to like about it, is there?
No.
Like, it's just stunning. And I keep saying that. I need to find a new word. Help me out here, guys. I need a new word other than stunning.
Yeah.
But
describes it well.
Yeah, it does. It does. But I feel like our first experience with the high country has been memorable, and that's what we want. We want it to be memorable. We don't want to go away and forget about it and think, oh yeah, can't really remember. So the fact that we've had some pretty tricky tracks really for us being on our own and never having navigated this before, I think that's made it more memorable. But the scenery you just can't forget, and we've seen so many different types of sceneries, you know, as you go from, you know, into the valleys up onto the alpine heights, and it's a completely changed. And we were looking this morning at how we travelled about 3 kilometres, you know, coming down, which you do in a zigzag fashion because it's so steep, but the scenery in 3 kilometres, and we've gone, I think we're still only about 700 metres lower than we were this morning, and it's just so different. But you can see, I'll show you, there's the very top of that faraway peak, it's those white, almost dead trees. They are dead, I guess, yeah. And then down here, it's almost rainforesty. So, and it's quite cool. So how these plants survive is beyond me, but it's just amazing. The whole ecosystem is incredible. Yeah, we're not out yet either, and we're planning on having another night somewhere around this area, whether it's deep in or whether it's more on the outskirts. We're still looking for a river, by the way, and we will find one. I think there's one running alongside here down in the...
Yeah, you just can't camp there.
No.
We can't get to it.
No. So we're still on the hunt for a river and maybe a couple more huts if we can find them. But yeah, we absolutely love it here. And there's so much more to explore, which we won't get to do this trip, but we most definitely would love to come back with maybe some other people, maybe some family or friends who want to do this kind of driving. It's just awesome. I think it's safety in numbers when you're doing the tricky stuff. But Simba's handled it well. Simba's been an absolute champion so far. So well done, Simba.
The driver, on the other hand.
The driver, yeah. So he said to me this morning, I had a terrible night's sleep. I was just thinking and dreaming about tracks and what it was going to be like, and today, and if it was going to be bad. And today's been an absolute dream.
It's beautiful, yeah.
It's been a dream drive today.
This is a road, basically.
Yeah, it is.
Now.
Yeah, and on the maps, you know, the difference between the ones that are called tracks and the ones that are roads, they're true to their name. I mean, this is a road, and it most definitely is a road.
But you look at the map, and there's more, like up here, there's more zigzags on this thing than you can stick at.
Yeah,
and you think it's going to be a nightmare, but it's just been beautiful.
That's where we've come, but it's been a beautiful drive down. The only challenge for this drive this morning was some of those curves in the road, which, you know, Simba doesn't have, like I said, doesn't have a small turning circle, but they were easy enough to get around. We just have to do a little bit of a
couple of goes at it.
Yeah, but yep, altogether, brilliant experience. So stay tuned for more. There will be definitely more to come. Okay, I'm on the march down the hill to see what this track's like, because we want to go to this hut, but it's quite a heavy, steep embankment going down, so I think it looks okay, but I'm just going to go down to the bottom and give Paul the thumbs up. all around, anywhere. Nobody here.
It's another one of those low door type things.
Yeah. How gorgeous. Okay, let's do a U-E and going to have a bit of an explore. Do you want me to make some lunch while I have to put the roof up to do that. Toilets. That's always a good sign.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's not too many flies.
So what I'll do is I'll just stop here for now.
Yeah.
There is a bit of a table over there.
Yeah. We're at the Upper Jamison Hut. Another one of the fabulous high country huts with a bit of history, I'm sure. It's a freshwater trout fishing spot. Let's go and have a look in the hut. They always look a bit spooky, but so cool. Oh, this one's got an upstairs bunk area. How awesome. Typical fireplace. There's even some supplies left behind. Huh. Upstairs sleeping area. Table. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Paul's found a picnic area. Looks like we're going down there. Stop. What's on the agenda, dear, for dinner?
I don't even know what they are.
Beef burgers?
Yep.
With baked potatoes and some coleslaw.
Yep. That's it.
Good answer.
Better than last night.
What was last night?
One of those quiche things.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. I was not a fan of quiche.
I'm not a fan favourite of the old quiche, but you know.
They're good for a stuck in the pie oven.
Yeah.
You know. We got to camp quite late last night and yeah, it was cold and wet. Yeah. So we decided to just chuck the travel buddy on and yeah, and just have something from the fridge. But anyway, tonight we've got the old stove out. We've got the fire going. We've got some baked potatoes going on in the fire. Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, good.
It's a bit cold too. You can see I've got the beanie on. So anyway.
Thanks again for watching, and your support through hitting that subscribe and like button is very much appreciated. Don't forget to tune in next week as we continue our adventures in our Troopy. If you're keen to watch some of our other trip episodes, here's some links. Thanks again for your support, and see you all next week. Cheers!